Plastic is the new devil, and it's basically everywhere. Wherever you look in your everyday life, you will most definitely be able to find plastic. So it seems super difficult to give up or cut out. That's why I've created this top 10 list of stuff that you can start cutting out right now. The first plastic item to replace is the plastic bag. Plastic bags you often get at the supermarket, or you often even have to buy them at the supermarket, and replacing them with a canvas bag instead, any reusable bag really, is a really good first swap. Finding reusable containers rather than disposable plastic containers is a really good idea. You can even find a lot of storage jars in glass in secondhand shops, which is what I've done. You can also freeze in glass. If you just leave 2 fingers of space in the top of the jar, it won't break when it's freezing. I use my glass jars for everything from freezing to bulk shopping to bread storage. Then there's straws. A good alternative to the disposable plastic straw is no straw at all. But you can also get them in different kinds of reusable materials like bamboo, glass, metal. There's so many different options. For able-bodied people, we don't really need straws per se, but some people have a medical necessity and do need them. But if you're not one of those people who needs a straw, simply refusing it and telling waiters at restaurants, "I don't need a straw," is a really good step. Using a menstrual cup or a reusable pad is also a great way to save yourself a lot of trash. The average menstruating person uses around 12,000 tampons in their lifetime, and they can all be replaced by reusable pads or a menstrual cup. This is an easy one, but swapping out plastic bottles for a reusable water bottle is a really good step. There's tons of refill stations around, especially in bigger areas, and if you don't have any access to that, tap water also works great in a lot of countries. To save on disposables in your beauty routine, you can cut out disposable cotton rounds by simply making them yourself out of reusable fabrics. And Q-tips, you can actually use a mini hockey stick on nothing at all. That's a really good way of reducing waste and also reducing disposable cotton, which has a very large environmental footprint. Using a reusable food wrapper rather than aluminium foil or cling foil is a really good idea because those products have a large environmental footprint. You can use fabric that's covered in wax like beeswax or soy wax instead, and simply wash them every time you've used them. They will save you a lot of trash and also a lot of money. A good switch as well is switching out your liquid soaps to solid soaps instead. You can get solid versions of every kind of soap you know, both hand soap, shampoo and conditioner. And using a solid soap instead will save you a lot of plastic bottles, so the impact of that product will be much smaller. To save on disposables when you're going out, it's a good idea to either bring utensils, plate or a glass with you whenever you leave your house, especially if you're going on a picnic or a large trip where you would usually just use disposables instead. So having a couple of reusable items in your bag, like a reusable water bottle, a little plate, a napkin or utensils, is a really good idea. Then you will simply wash them after you've used them and you'll be good to go again. Even though napkins are fully biodegradable, they are still trash, and using a cloth napkin instead is a really good switch. You can pick up tons of fabric at thrift stores and make tons of cloth napkins yourself. Then if you run into a drippy nose emergency, you'll always have one on hand. My name is Gittemarie and I've lived the past 5 years as a zero waster. What started out as a month-long experiment to see how much trash I could cut out of my life has become my livelihood. Today I work with YouTube and Instagram, and I want to show people through social media that it's not difficult or hard or expensive to live a sustainable lifestyle, and there are tons of things that you can do no matter who you are or what your budget is. It's so important for me that sustainability is accessible to everyone, and that's what I'm trying to achieve every single day. If you enjoyed this video, you will definitely enjoy my sustainability course I've created with International Open Academy. I've taken everything I've learned on my sustainability journey to create the very best sustainability life course. We cover topics like finding clean foods that taste great, how to cut plastic out of your life, how to reduce and reuse and recycle to save our planet and your money, and how to find alternatives to fast fashion that won't fall apart, and of course, tons more. Saying yes to a more sustainable lifestyle saves you money, energy, and of course our beautiful planet. Click the link to find out more.